What's going on, everybody? This is Marty coming to you once again with a common man's point of view. So, today is June 19th, and everybody want to go crazy. Everybody want to celebrate. And I want y'all to understand one thing. You're celebrating something that you shouldn't be celebrating. Bottom line. Because slavery did not end on June 19th. It didn't. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. And also I'm going to tell you the reason why Lincoln was no saint to black people. Lincoln didn't care about black people. Lincoln wanted to use black people for his own agenda. And I'm going to tell you the reason why also behind that. Now, let's start with the Emancipation Proclamation, 1863. Lincoln gave that speech. But a lot of people forget one thing. Lincoln didn't free all the slaves. Lincoln only freed the slaves in Confederate states. And he had his own reason why he did that. First reason was he wanted the Confederate states to come back to the Union. So he wanted to use that as a bargaining chip, in which he stated they had 100 days to come back into the Union, and then they can keep their slaves. That was the first reason why he did it. Second reason was, if they did come back into the Union, he wanted the slaves to fight for the Union. That was the second reason why. Now, y'all have to understand, states like Maryland, Kentucky, Missouri, border states, they was allowed to keep their slaves. And the reason why, they stayed in the Union. So this is the reason why I said Lincoln didn't care about black people. He didn't care about slavery being abolished. He only cared about the Union. He only cared about the United States of America. He wanted to keep the states whole. That's why he did what he did. So when y'all sit here and give Lincoln all this credit for freeing the slave, no, Lincoln did not free the slaves. Not only that, you got to realize Lincoln was assassinated in April of 1865. Yes, they did pass a bill in January of 1865 to abolish slavery, but it wasn't ratified by all states, by 3/4 of the states, until December 6th of 1865. So that means that it wasn't abolished until December 6th, 1865. So that brings me back to June 19th of 1865. Now, the only reason they saying that slavery was over with is because the words finally reached Texas, to the slaves in Texas, that they was free. Now, you have to realize also that Lincoln freed the Confederate States slaves in 1863 with the Emancipation Proclamation. But at the same time, as long as you was in the Union, you was able to keep your slaves. So why are we celebrating June 19th? There's nothing to celebrate. Those slaves were slaves because people didn't enforce Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. That's the reason why. You see where I'm going with this? Why I feel like, why are we celebrating June 19th? It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. See, we need to read our history. We need to understand our history, our real history. Don't listen to all this BS that people are putting out there. Do you realize also that Kentucky didn't ratify the 13th Amendment until 1976? Do you realize that Mississippi didn't ratify the 13th Amendment until 2000? I want to say 14. I might be wrong, but I want to say 14th. I can't remember the exact date, the exact year. Do y'all realize that? That it only took 38 states to ratify an amendment. So that means that 12 states didn't have to ratify it, didn't have to vote for it. So was slavery really over with? No, it really wasn't. Every state did not vote to end slavery December 6, 1865. Why are we celebrating this? Why? Why are we giving Lincoln so much credit for something he had nothing to do with? He did it for his own reasons. He had his own motives for doing what he did. He didn't do it because he loved black people. He didn't do it because he really didn't like slavery. He had his own motives. People, stop it. Stop it. Lincoln didn't give 2 cents about black people. He only loved this country, in which this country was a racist country that believed in slavery. That's what Lincoln loved. Y'all have to understand that. Stop giving Lincoln so much credit. He don't deserve the credit. Lincoln was no better than fucking George Wallace. He was no better than George Wallace. Lincoln was a racist. Bottom line. So stop mentioning Lincoln's name when it comes to ending slavery, because he didn't end slavery. Lincoln was dead when they ratified the 13th Amendment. He was dead. He had died 6 months, no, he had died 8 months prior to them ratifying the 13th Amendment. So stop it. Stop celebrating false things. You celebrate Lincoln. He didn't do shit for black people. You celebrate the June 19th, which really was nothing to celebrate. Stop it. If you're going to celebrate something, celebrate December 6th, 1865, when slavery was abolished in this country, finally. Because that's the date we should celebrate, not June 19th. So until next time, I salute you all, and just understand, learn your history, because that's important. Learn your history. Take care.